If you're coming to Bologna for a few days and you're looking to get out of the city, here are some really easy day trips that you can take on the train. From the beach to nearby towns, there's so much to explore from Bologna. Let's get tipsy, y'all. First up, Modena, just 30 minutes by train and famous for three things: balsamic vinegar, fast cars, and ridiculously good food. The train drops you just a short walk from the historic center, roughly 10 minutes, and the perfect way to work up an appetite. Start your morning at Bar Tiffany, made famous on Somebody Feed Phil, with gnocco fritto, crispy, puffy, and impossible to stop eating.
Yummy.
After a short stroll through the bustling Mercato Albanelli and some heavy snacking on aged parm and salami, we made our way to La Consorteria 1966, the world's first shop dedicated entirely to balsamic vinegar of Modena DOP. If you're into balsamic vinegar, this is the place to try the real deal. We're talking aged for 12 to 25 years, syrupy, complex, and nothing like the stuff that you find at your local grocery store back in the States. We did the tasting and tried 5 different kinds and walked out with 2 bottles, one fancy aged bottle for very special occasions and a daily drizzle bottle that we still use today. After we finished our tasting, they sent us across the square to get gelato, and then we came back where they drizzled the 25-year balsamic on top of our fior di latte gelato. And listen, I'm not exaggerating when I say this literally blew our minds.
And it's absolutely phenomenal.
It was sweet and tangy and creamy and rich. It's one of the most unique bites we've had in Italy. We wandered the charming streets of Modena, past the town's very own Leaning Tower, because yes, Italy has more than one, and then we made a quick pilgrimage to Osteria Francescana, one of the top restaurants in the world. No, we didn't eat there, but yes, we stood outside and took pictures like the food nerds that we are. For lunch, we went to Trattoria Il Fantino, a cozy, traditional spot where we dove into ravioli stuffed with spinach, swimming in some sage and butter sauce, and it was just perfect. Simple ending to a very full day. Now, if you're into cars, Modena is also the birthplace of Enzo Ferrari, and the Museo Enzo Ferrari is a popular stop. It's got concept cars, engines, and racing history with serious wow factor. We didn't visit during our day trip since it's not really our scene, but if you're a car enthusiast, it's an easy add-on to your itinerary. Modena isn't loud or showy, it wins you over with flavor. It's an easy ride from Bologna, but trust us, once you've tasted that gelato with the 25-year balsamic vinegar, you'll be wondering why you didn't visit sooner. If Modena was all about food and flavor, Rimini is where you trade balsamic for a beach towel and soak up some Adriatic sunshine. This is where Northern Italians go when they want a beach day without the Amalfi price tag. It's not flashy or ultra glam, but it's only an hour and 20 minutes by train, which makes for an easy escape from Bologna. Catch a morning train, ideally before 9, to make the most of it. Once you arrive, expect a 20-minute walk to the beach. The train station is currently under construction in Rimini, so you'll need to loop around until they open the new walkway. But once you hit that Adriatic coast, total beach mode. I spent the day at Bagno Tiki 26, where you can rent chairs and umbrellas, grab a lunch, shower off, even hit the volleyball court or gym if you're feeling ambitious. The best part was I was able to book this online. I was more than happy to park my tush at the beach all day, but Rimini also has some serious history. You can visit the Arch of Augustus, stroll through the Piazza Cavour, or pop into the Malatesta Temple. If castles are your thing, don't miss Castel Sismondo. Built in the 1400s to flex some serious power, it once had towers, moats, and fixed stone walls. Rimini's got a little bit of everything: beach clubs, Roman ruins, and Renaissance drama, all wrapped in a super easy day trip. Pro tip, grab a bottle of Ribolla or Sangiovese here. This coastal wine region flies under the radar, but it's totally worth sipping. Up next, Ferrara, which feels like a set of a historical drama in the best possible way. It's only 30 minutes from Bologna by train, and once you're there, everything is walkable or bikeable. This city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site for a reason. It's quiet, filled with charm, and perfect for a slower paced day. The star of the show is Castello Astenze, a full-on moated castle right in the middle of town. It's beautifully preserved, and you can go inside to see the dungeons, frescoed halls, and even climb a tower for a panoramic view. definitely give yourself a couple of hours to take in the history here. For lunch, try the local dish cappellacci di zucca. These are big pastas stuffed with sweet pumpkin, parmigiano, and nutmeg, and they're usually served with a buttery sage sauce or a hearty meat ragu. Get the ragu option, trust me.
It does work. Surprisingly, it does work. That's very good.
Pair that with pane
Ferrarese.
a crispy, twisted bread with IGP status that looks like a bread sculpture. It's light on the inside, crunchy on the outside, and basically made for scooping up sauce, cheese, or whatever you've got on that table. Then head to the Cathedral di San Giorgio, right across the piazza, dating back to 1135 and showcasing nearly 1,000 years of spiritual and artistic history. But if you really want to feel history under your feet, head to Al Brundisti. Tucked away in a narrow little alley next to the cathedral, this little wine bar holds a Guinness World Record as the oldest tavern in the world, dating back to 1435. Here we grabbed a couple glasses of vino and drank in the history. From there we strolled through Via della Volte, one of the oldest streets in the city with its signature arches and moody vibes. It's not as flashy as Florence, but if you're into castles, cobblestones, and sipping wine where literal history was made, Ferrara is a perfect option for a slower travel day trip. Now I know what you're thinking. Florence in a day sounds ambitious, but it is totally doable. The high-speed train gets you there in just 35 minutes, which gives you plenty of time to see the highlights without feeling super rushed. Start at Il Duomo. You can climb it, explore the church, or just admire it from the outside. Either way, it's a must-see. From there, walk to the Ponte Vecchio, pop into a few artisan shops, and grab gelato by the Arno River. Hit the Uffizi if you're into art, the Boboli Gardens if you want to be outside, or just wander around the quieter streets for a more local vibe. Keep an eye out for the wine windows, tiny little stone portals in the walls of old palazzos where wine was once served directly to passerbyers during the plague. Some of them are still in use today, and grabbing a glass this way is like a rite of passage now. For lunch, head to Mercato Centrale, Florence's vibrant indoor food hall filled with everything from truffle pasta, Neapolitan-style pizza, and fresh Toscana cheese. This is the perfect spot to sample a bunch of flavors, and no reservation is required. If you want to slow down after lunch, pop into the TikTok famous bookstore meets theater. That's perfect for browsing or catching a quiet break from the crowds. Then wrap up your day with a cocktail and a view at the Imperial Rooftop Bar. The vibe is relaxed but stylish, with panoramic views of the Arno River and city skyline. Florence rewards both planners and wanderers, and even in a single day, you can scratch the surface and still leave some room for magic. Just make sure you book train tickets ahead of time and wear comfy shoes. You'll definitely need them. After a fast-paced day in Florence, let's slow things down. Just outside Bologna, tucked into the countryside, there's a small, family-run winery that proves you don't have to venture into Tuscany to feel like you're truly in the Italian countryside. Enter Cantina Lodi Corazza. It's in Ponta Ronca, just 30 minutes from Bologna, via regional train, and feels like a total escape. Once you arrive, it's a quick, flat 5-minute walk to get to the winery. This family-run winery focuses on native grapes. Think Pignoletto, Barbera, and sparkling reds that are totally Emilia-Romagna. You can book a tasting and a tour, which comes with a pairing of local meats and cheeses. There's no big tour buses, no fancy setups, just really great wine and real people. While this isn't a full day trip, we wanted to mention it because it was such an unexpected treat to reach a winery via train from Bologna. If you're up for a longer day or have limited time in Italy, there are 2 big-name cities you can still hit from Bologna, Milan and Venice. The high-speed train gets you to Milan in about an hour. Milan is modern, stylish, and packed with energy. Venice in a day is possible, with the high-speed train getting you there in about an hour and a half, and you'll be hit with that wow moment. Boats instead of cars and canals instead of streets. We spend a weekend in each city, and we have full-length vlogs on our channel if you want to see what we'd recommend. Lastly, if you're into wine, art, and tiny towns that feel like they're straight out of a storybook, Dozza needs to be on your radar. But here's the deal, it's not the easiest day trip unless you have a car or you don't mind biking uphill from Imola. No direct train or bus drops you off in town, but trust us, it's worth the effort. Dozza is known for two things, colorful murals and some seriously good wine. At the top of the hill is Rocca Sforzesca, a 13th century fortress with dungeons, towers, and the panoramic views of the rolling hills. Down in the cellar, you'll find the Enoteca Regionale Emilia-Romagna, home to over 800 wines that you can purchase and taste right there. There are also several wineries nearby, 5 within close reach, and if you want to turn this into a full wine tasting adventure, we highly recommend it. Check out Cantina Ceni and Assarelli just outside of town. It was our favorite, and you can fill a jug of wine for €1.50 per liter. It doesn't get more local than that. If you want something truly unique and off of the tourist trail, Dozza is the spot. Just plan ahead for your transportation and maybe pair it with a visit to nearby Imola to make the most of the day. So there you have it, our favorite day trips from Bologna. Each one just a train ride or a short drive away. Whether you're craving beaches, castle, art, or wine poured straight from the source, Bologna makes it easy to explore without over-planning. If any of these spots piqued your interest, we have videos on these places already up on our channel. We've got Verona, Parma, Imola, and Padua still on our radar, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers, y'all!